Good morning. This morning we are talking about COP and bronchitis, and here with expert advice for you is Dr. Carlos Baliero. Thanks for joining us today.
Sure, it's my pleasure.
What is COPD? We hear about it all the time, but we don't really know what it is.
COPD is a sort of newer name that encompasses chronic bronchitis and emphysema.
Okay.
If we just break down the name, it makes much more sense. It's chronic, which means, again, it doesn't go away. Obstructive, so the air passage in the airflow in the air passage is limited. Pulmonary, because in the lungs, and disease, which is pretty self-explanatory. So it's any of a host of diseases that affects the lungs, and it makes it harder to breathe because you just can't move air as fast as you would. So people who smoke, people who are exposed to a lot of pollutants, people in other countries who have a lot of indoor fires, lots of soot, they can get this disease where the lungs never clear up completely, and they're tight, and it's hard to breathe.
So what's the difference in that and bronchitis?
It becomes sort of splitting hairs. Bronchitis refers more to when you have inflammation in the air passages. Usually you have a lot of mucus, a lot of secretions, but bronchitis falls under COPD. Same thing with emphysema, which is sort of, if you think of the fleshy part of the lungs, sort of the little air sacs, everybody's seen the drawings before. When they get destroyed and they balloon up, you get emphysema, and bronchitis are part of COPD.
Can you cure any of these?
You cannot. That's the chronic part, which is you cannot cure them. We can treat them. We actually have done a much better job of treating those conditions, and in the past probably 5 years there have been a lot of developments in new medications or how we use old medications, but you can't get rid of it. The key thing with COPD is to prevent it from even happening, and the easiest one is to not smoke, and also to prevent it from getting worse. So whatever caused you to develop in the first place, be smoking, work exposure, any other toxins that you've been exposed to, is to get rid of that so you don't get any worse over time.
What about bronchitis? Because we hear of little kids getting bronchitis.
The immediate bronchitis, so the acute bronchitis as opposed to the chronic, the lasting bronchitis.
Okay.
Any of us can catch bronchitis.
Okay.
It's sort of just an inflammation and infection of the bronchial tubes. So little kids get it, adults can get it. In the summer, you are out, you have allergies, you get a little drainage, you can get a bronchitis. In the winter, everybody's inside, it's cold outside, you get the cold, dry air, everybody can get bronchitis. On the chronic bronchitis, which is the part of the COPD, which is why we try to go into COPD as opposed to just calling it bronchitis.
Okay.
These are people who carry that all year round. So they don't just get sick and get better. It's something you have with you all the time, and the best we can do is control it.
How do you diagnose it?
The best way is to actually do pulmonary breathing tests. So I don't know if you've had or anybody here, but some of those machines you can see in offices where you blow on the mouthpiece, and that's the standard, the ideal standard for diagnosing COPD. And what we're looking for, again, is limitation to flow, limitation to air, that doesn't go away.
All right, let's put this information on the screen for you now, because there is a free screening for individuals with breathing problems coming up on Thursday, August the 6th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Women's Center Classroom at Hutchinson Women's Center. The number to call for more information is 706-858-2075. And if you'd like to get in touch with the doctor, he's at 102 Crescent Circle in Suite 205 in Fort Oglethorpe. Go to hutchison.org for more information on that. And remember to always talk with your healthcare provider before making any medical changes. I want to thank you for joining us.
Sure. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. We're going to take a short break and be back. If you want more information on the free test for folks that are suffering from breathing problems, we'll have it for you at the website, WDEF.com.